when your axle just won't line up. Alright guys, what's up? This thing, that thing was having some problems with the rear end, so there was some bushings that are out or something. So I just decided to fix that whole problem by buying a rear control arm kit, so let's get to it. Very important, make sure you have your wheel chocks underneath your wheels if you're going to be lifting it up. And if it's on the back wheels, you're going to want to put on the e-brake and put it in park and first gear or whatever, depending on what kind of transmission you got. Alright, so to do this, you're going to want to support your diff with a floor jack, and then you're going to remove both shock absorbers, and that'll allow the axle to fall down. And then at that point you can then disconnect all of your control arms one by one, put everything back in together, and then when you put the lower control arm back on, when it's all the way down, you can force that spring up in there, and we'll see if we can show you that. Alright, so here's the box for my control arms, and I've taped up my shipping information so you guys can't steal my identity, so let's get this open. Alright, so we got some information about how to remove and install it, quad shock, blah blah blah. We don't need that, we're professionals. Alright, so we got all our hardware here. Good enough. Lower control arm. So our bushings already installed. That's what I like. Spring perch right here. Nice. Did they grease them? Oh, we have grease fittings. Perfect. Well, I'm going to have to go find the grease gun and then we'll grease it on up. Okay, so I already got the driver's side control arms off, and like you can already tell there's a big difference in especially bushings. This bushing is like oblong and it's got holes in it, and that one down there is cracked up a bit and like cracked up a bit there, and it's got gaps in it. Like, I imagine that causes a lot of movement. And so these bushings are solid. I believe they're polyurethane, and I'm gonna bet already that these older control arms move around a lot more than those will. And another thing, the construction on these control arms is basically a sheet that's been like stamped or pressed into this shape. And I wonder, I'm gonna bet that this one will flex more than this one, because this is just a steel pipe welded onto some more steel pipes. And there's no like bent. The construction of it like wasn't bent into the shape that they needed it. They welded it into the shape that they needed it. This was bent into the shape that they needed. So I'm gonna bet that those control arms will definitely outperform those, even if they are eBay. Just a quick shot of how the new control arms look. I still have to connect to the e-brake cable to one of those holes. I think I'm going to choose the first one. Seems to be where the old one was, and hard to see, but there's the new upper control arm back up in there, and that's what the old one looked like right there, and there's still the old one. So I'm halfway done. Pro tip: do you always find yourself with sockets everywhere and they just roll around and they get away from you? Like that one over there, it's gotten away from me, and you're just working, right? And you wish all your sockets would stay in one place. Well, I bought something off of eBay, so I got this cardboard box. And so what I do is I take all my sockets and I just put them in the box, and so look, they don't roll away. And if you want to find a socket, you reach in there, grab a socket. Say you want to find a, what is this, 14 millimeter, then you just go use it or lose it. What's up, Mr. Dragonfly? Just chilling. Just chilling. Alright, so I figured out what was bad about my rear end situation, and it turns out it's not actually a bushing, it was this bolt. And if you look at it, you can see two distinct grooves in it, right there and right there. And see, this is what it's supposed to look like. No grooves whatsoever. And inside this little pin thing, don't know how well you can see it, but there's 3 little like divots. There's one at the bottom and one there and one there. And the bolt must have been spinning on it or rubbing up against it or something, because this bolt, let me see if I can find it where it used to sit, right there. It just moves all around and back and forth, and not good. I mean, one of the regular bolts still has a little bit of movement, but it's not anywhere near as bad as this. So that's what was causing the back axle to wobble around like that whenever I came to a stop. And you can even see where it was moving, because it rubbed right there in the little bushing, and this doesn't have any rub marks. This is from the driver's side, this is from the passenger side. Passenger side was where I was having issues. So another reason why I got it is because it's got new hardware with it. So we're good. When the idiot who installed the exhaust system didn't do it just right. Done. You can't see anything, but I'm done. Finally. Alright, so I was sitting here editing this video and I realized I forgot to make a outro, so the rear control arms really helped out a lot, and I mean, stops, doesn't move around, but so if you like this video, be sure to leave a like and comment, and if you want to, subscribe, but until then, catch you later.